Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new series on the channel, our first episode of the F1 Manager 22 Career Mode series. I am absurdly excited to finally have this game. It's finally out, it's finally here, and I'm like a kid in a candy shop right now about this game. I'm very excited to finally have an official licensed F1 Manager game. I've played Motorsport Manager multiple times. I love manager games in general, and this game is like Motorsport Manager almost on an absolute another planet. I mean, this game goes absurdly in depth with the things you can change with it, and you'll see as we go through first part of this episode and discover all of the different things you can change, you can move around, you can do with this game. I mean, it's wildly in depth, and I'm so excited to see where it goes, and not only in the first season but in future seasons as well. But anyways, that's enough chit chat. Let's officially begin our F1 Manager 22 career.
Formula One, a sport that spans hearts, minds and nations, where the 20 best drivers in the world come together to take on some of the world's most historic circuits. And that legacy continues today. The 2021 championship was thrilling from start to finish, and 2022 is set to be even better. New regulations will usher in an age of pioneering changes. New driving talent alongside returning champions will be dueling it out to the bitter end. The pressure will be on the team principals in the upcoming season as they manage their drivers, their cars, and the whole team to push to victory. This is not a challenge for the faint-hearted. This is Formula One.
I thought about taking Haas back. I thought about doing Alfa Romeo. I think Alfa Romeo was a little bit too good in this game. I think I saw they were like third or fourth on, or maybe fourth or fifth actually, on the team overalls. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take Alpine. We're gonna save Alpine for Montmar, who has basically ruined them through this season. They're still fourth in the constructors, but they haven't had the best season that they wanted so far. And they're losing Fernando Alonso at the end of the year. And they're also not going to have Piastri because Piastri decided through all the whole fiasco to go and drive for McLaren. So we're not gonna let that happen. We're going to keep Fernando, we're going to get rid of Ocon at the end of the year, and we're going to bring in Piastri for Season 2. So we're going to keep Ocon for Season 1. We're not really going to change a whole lot for Season 1, but we are, in fact, going with Alpine, and we are going to save this team. So let's put in our name here and continue. All right, so we got our first email here. This is just welcoming us to the team from Audrey. We have a calendar, which looks pretty... Thanks, Audrey! Thank you, I was talking! So anyways, we have our calendar here, so obviously we're on our first day here, which I'm trying to figure out. Oh, this aerodynamic testing. All right, what's here? Sponsorship obligations, 2 of them, and then we have preseason testing results, and then obviously down to the first race of the season. Then they have the whole actual calendar here as well, but you can look at, I think you can look at all the track stuff from here. I think you can look at the overview of the circuit here. You can see when the first race was, the length, laps, all that kind of stuff. This tells you what you want to have for a specific circuit. So obviously at Bahrain, you want to have a little bit better acceleration. You want to have good low speed and medium speed, also acceleration. You don't really need top speed or high speed because you don't get, it's not like a blistering fast circuit. And then also dirty air is pretty important. So that's what you want to have your team kind of focus on. And this down here at the bottom, if it's blue, it's recommended. If it's green with the 2 arrows in the thumb, it is crucial. It means you basically have to have a good setup for that, or otherwise your car is going to kind of suck. All right. So again, more circuit info. You can look at our cars. We have car 1, car 2. Can you hush, lady? All right. So we got car 1, we got car 2. Obviously, Fernando, our top driver. Ocon, our second driver. Ocon isn't. They're both the same overall. What? How is Alonso going to be an 85 and Ocon an 85? I'm just saying. I think they're slight different. There's a slight difference in their performance. I feel like Ocon should be worse than Fernando, but that's just me. But here we can also compare our car. Can you shut up? We can compare our car to another team's car. Let's say we pull up McLaren, and we can compare our car 1 to their car 1. We have about the same top speed, but we have a little bit better on them. Actually, yeah, we have just a tiny bit better than on them. We have better acceleration. We have better everything actually than McLaren right now. So we're way ahead of McLaren. If we look at say Ferrari, they're ahead of us in everything. They have about a mile an hour on us, or actually a kilometer an hour. They have better acceleration. They have better literally everything. And then we also have car parts development, which we're not getting into just yet. Can you hush?
Are you sure you want to start a new project now?
Why would I not want to start a new project now, bruh? Let's design a new car part. So we can see our place on the grid with each of these. So we have our top speed is 11th, acceleration is 9th. So what's our best part? High speed and cornering is 5th, and high speed and dirty air cornering is 5th. Okay, so our worst part is low speed, dirty air cornering, and low speed in general. So we're not very good in the low speed. So what we could do, either underfloor or front wing is going to be the thing to look at here. And I think the first thing we'll do is we'll probably design some kind of new front wing. So how much testing time do we actually have? Oh, there it is right there. So we get 5.4 4 hours of MAU testing, which I'm not sure what MAU is, and then wind tunnel hours, we get 72 wind tunnel hours. So we're probably going to skip out on MAU. Wind tunnel, we'll give it probably, we'll do 4 hours of wind tunnel time, and then we also have to think about our budget as well. So I don't see it anywhere right now telling me how much budget. Oh wait, our ATR period. Oh wait, and every MAUH is equal to 1 million hours of computer simulation. Oh my fuck. Oh, this helps out a lot then. Oh fuck. Okay. And it resets every 56 days. Okay. So you do get a bit more testing here than I thought. So we'll do 0.4 MAU hours and 4 wind tunnel hours on this new front wing design. I think we might just stick with a balanced performance or balanced focus. I don't think we really want to try and, I mean, all this stuff here, this moves our high speed up to 3rd on the grid. That moves it from 17th to 13th. I think this looks fine the way it is, so we'll just leave everything with balanced.
You need to decide how many engineers you want working on it. You should also decide what approach they should take.
Okay.
Bear in mind, these decisions will have an impact on the duration and cost of the project.
Okay, so currently we're at 700,000. I'm just going to say dollars. I don't know whether it has dollar signs, so we're just going to say $700,000. If I put 2 on it, okay, so it doesn't really none of that changes the price. So it's all about time, I would assume. Okay, so if I put 2 engineers on it, it takes it down by just a couple of days. So I mean, the soonest we could have it with 6 engineers on it is the 10th of April. So basically, we're not going to have it for this first race, but that's okay. We're going to put 5 engineers on the project, and then I don't know if I want to do intense just yet. I mean, it is the beginning of the season. We do have a bit of money to work with, but I don't want to blow everything right away, especially on a part that may not be the best for us. So I'm just going to go with normal. We're going to keep it at $700,000, and we are going to manufacture this very first part for our team, get a better front wing, and we'll have this in 36 days in the middle of April. From here, this is where we can see everything that we have going for us. We can see our balance for the year. So the cost cap, we have 122 million remaining with projected 104 million. So essentially, we already have a projected 104 million remaining in our cost cap, because this basically is already stuff that we're going to spend over the season without us doing any extra designs. So we're right at 100 million left able to spend on the cost cap, and us being a smaller team, us being Alpine, means that we're probably not even going to hit that anyways. We're gonna have to be careful and pay attention to this number right here, down here at the bottom. 37 million is what we currently have, and that's going to go up and down, fluctuate based on how much we get from sponsors, how much we make each race weekend, all that kind of stuff. So we're really going to be paying attention to the money we have here, not so much the cost cap, because we're not Mercedes, we're not Red Bull, we're not Ferrari that's going to be spending every little dollar they have and getting that cost cap every single season. We also have our sponsorships as well, which I learned give us certain negative attributes. They can affect the team. Like there's one where you have to host some sponsors every single race weekend in your garage area, so then it makes your pit crew distracted and they perform worse on pit stops. I don't know exactly if we can see that in here. Sponsor requirement, actually there it is right there. Sponsor requirement. We have to create merchandise featuring your sponsors. Paying to have that merchandise made requires an upfront cost, but selling it will increase your sponsor income per race. So we have to sell 3,000, we have to make 3,000 merchandise units. That is $10 million, but we get an extra $714,000 per race. That is 5.2 million there. That's actually a really big sponsor. That's a huge sponsor. We also have factory events. So your team must host a sponsor event in your factory. Your factory will have to pause all car part manufacturing projects while hosting. Oh boy. Okay, so that means we have to find 14 days of the year to pause any manufacturing, and we gain almost $500,000. That's, I mean, only 14 days out of 365 days of a year. That's not bad. We can deal with that. Your team must host a sponsor event in your memorabilia room. The factory will be closed while hosting, so staff will not gain the usual morale boost. Oh, great. So 20 days for that one, and that's only $130,000. All right, these are getting more and more annoying with less and less money. And then driver appearances. One or both of your drivers must take media appearances throughout the season. This is a great publicity for your sponsors, but drivers won't gain experience on the week of each appearance, and we have to do that 10 weeks of the year. But that's $6 million. So you know what? I'll take that. That's $6 million. I will personally make sure they show up. We'll have at least Fernando or Esteban show up to those and make sure that they are there. That's a lot of money. $6 million is quite a chunk of our sponsorship there. So 10 weeks out of the year, we have to have them not gain any experience, and they have to go to show up to sponsors. So oh well. We can also look at the board as well. I mean, there's a million things to go through here, chat. There's so much to go through. You can find the rules and regulations, just like F122. It also has regulation changes, so it'll be, you know, you can have one regulation this year and then new regulations coming for next season. You have to research that, and then you have to spend your time either researching car parts for next season or staying with what you have this season trying to compete. So pretty much halfway through the season, kind of like the teams are doing now in real life, we're gonna have to decide if we continue to develop the car for 2022 and try and compete, or if we say, nah, we're not looking good enough, let's go ahead and get an early start on 23 and kind of pause all updates on 22, do with what we have, and look at 23, depending on how much regulation changes. So we're gonna have to check this quite frequently. And I mean, just look at how much can change from season to season. I mean, almost everything here can change. And they also have the cost cap changes as well. This is going to change from year to year. I don't think it's going to change for the first two, but you'll get new cost caps every single year. New prize share money every single year, I would assume, as well. And then sporting regulations. I think these can change. Like, I guess the bonus point for stuff like that can change. I actually didn't know about this. I did not know that they could change the point system and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if that's something that actually can change. It seems like it is. That's actually kind of insane. You can get everything changed. Gearbox limits. Wow. Okay. I mean, they weren't kidding when they said this game was stupid in depth. That's actually insane. But as well, that's pretty much everything we looked at here. We have our staff as well. We have our technical chief, our head of aerodynamics, 2 race engineers for our drivers, and I'm pretty much, I think as well, 79, 82. That's actually probably pretty good, honestly. I feel like if we can look at free agents, let's look at technical chiefs. So if we go by overall rating, I mean, we have, I think right here, Matt Harmon. Yeah, he's 4th out of the entire grid. So honestly, I think our staff is actually a lot better than I thought they were. Maybe our race engineers may not be so high. Yeah, our race engineers are not up there. They're a little bit low. They're actually probably the lowest, one of the 2 lowest on the grid. They're right here, 77, 75 this season. I don't think we're going to change much as far as our team goes, but we can scout them. We can scout more people. We can scout more drivers. If you look over here at our drivers, we got Piastri as our reserve driver. We got Ocon, Alonso, and then you look at the rest of the drivers as well. You got Verstappen and Hamilton as the 290 overalls. But then you look a bit further down. You got our first F2 driver there is Daruvula, Jack Dune. I don't know how to say his last name actually. Duhan, probably Duhan actually. Duh. But then there's Logan Sargent. Logan Sargent, I think, is the guy that I want to try and get to replace Alonso whenever Alonso retires. I want to try and bring Logan Sargent to the team, or maybe Persher. I'm saying it now, Chad. Ocon's gone after the season. I don't care if any of you are Ocon fans. I'm sorry if you are, but Ocon is gone after season 1. He's gone. He's goodbye. All right, so we are going to continue for just a couple of days. Sim a little bit forward, and actually we're going to stop there for a second because we have an email. So they want to hire a season kickoff party, but it's going to cost $10,000. But it'll improve the driver and staff morale. I mean, it's $10,000. I don't think it's that bad. Go ahead, have your party. It's 10 grand. I think we can afford that right at the beginning of the season. I could get a second part in her way, actually, probably. Or should I manufacture anything here, or is it all just the same parts? I think it's all just the same parts, right? We haven't had any. Oh wait, there is a different part for our suspension. Where did that come from? So let's see. It's got a little bit better drag reduction. It's got a tiny bit better low speed, tiny bit better medium speed, tiny bit better high speed. So it's just a little bit better on just about everything. But I mean, a little bit better is better than not better. I don't fucking know. So we only have one of these parts, so we'll probably give this one to Alonso. We might just manufacture a new one of those. 15th of March in 5 days. All right, we'll have it for the race then, and we'll just make one of them. Actually, we'll make 2 of them. That'll cost $100,000 to manufacture copies of those parts. Let's look at preseason testing. How did we do? Oh, so we were 9th in top speed and acceleration. We were 13th in low speed. So I mean, we're top 5 at least in high speed in the cornering. We're 7th in DRS acceleration, and we're 13th in low speed dirty air. So low speed in cornering and dirty air cornering is our worst categories, but we're good. We're pretty okay in actually the highest speed categories. Preseason testing went all right, so it seems like we're going to be fighting a little bit for midfield. Certainly that's going to be our top thing to look for, at least at the beginning of the year. We'll see how much we can actually physically improve the car over the course of the season. Obviously, I think at this point we're pretty much ready to just go straight to the race weekend. We could perhaps develop a new part. Actually, I did say we were going to do that, and then I forgot to do it. We could develop a new part. Our low speed is probably the worst. I think it was low speed that was worst on the grid, or not worst, but it was worst of our parts. So let's develop an underfuller part here. We'll leave it at 0.4 and 4 again, and then what we're gonna do with this one is we're gonna make this one intense. So I'm gonna pay quite a bit more money for this one. I might regret this, but it'll help our engineers learn more about the part. We'll get greater expertise, and we'll be able to then further increase our parts the next time we go around. But I'm gonna spend 2.7 now. I think it's worth it to try. Out the window. Goodbye. So review targets, our performance targets. So they want us to reach Q2 with both drivers. So I feel like we could do that. If we're out of Q1, that would kind of suck. Let's see, race targets though. What is our fastest lap? You want fastest lap for the race? Hell no, that ain't worth it. And then hot streak target. Okay. Qualified 10th or higher for 3 straight races with both drivers, and you get $1.3 million. Oh my god, that's kind of hot. 1 driver for 3 races in a row. Top 10. I think that is fine. We've already looked at all of our circuit info, so let's go to the race weekend and begin our first race of our Alpine, saving Alpine career in our first race of 2022.
Welcome to the archipelago of Formula One. Bahrain might have a small land footprint, but it's showing its big spirit right now in the grandstands. Either way, it's time for another fantastic weekend of Grand Prix racing. The Bahrain International Circuit is a challenging track, and the cars routinely have to brake from high gear to low to take the narrow turns. With the need for downhill braking, the risk of locking up is one drivers will need to manage. It's all about focus and balance to get victory here. At this early stage in the season, there are still plenty of opportunities for things to change. In this sport, there simply are no guarantees. Stay right here, because we're just getting started.
So everything begins now. Oh, we have track acclimatization and stuff to do. Really? Okay. All right. We can also change the setups much like we could in Motorsport Manager, I believe. Okay. All right. That's cool. I'm going to simulate practice one. Setup confidence is both 53 in both of them. Ocon has a little bit better track acclimatization, but they both have the same car parts knowledge. Cool.
Hello, and thank you for joining us as our race weekend unfolds. Free practice is nearly done, and that means that qualifying awaits. Drivers will need to perform with remarkable consistency if they're to secure a strong position on tomorrow's grid. It's not just about one moment of brilliance. No, they'll need to prove over the course of qualifying that they have what it takes to occupy those coveted places. What does today have in store? Only time will tell.
We had, okay, they both got to 60 or 100% on track acclimatization. Their car parts knowledge is 63%, and their setup confidence for Alonso is 83, and for Ocon is 68. Well, they failed in the setup confidence. Nice. Are we going to send out Alonso? Well, that's kind of cool. I like that. Gonna have both of them go out pretty much right away because we want to try and get our setups kind of figured out here. So what we're gonna do is we're essentially just gonna run probably two different runs on our first set of soft tires. It sounds so good too. The engine sounds, oh, that sounds so fucking good. All right, Alonso comes through to finish his first lap, and he goes with a 1:33.4. Ocon comes through to finish his first lap with a 1:32.5. He was half a second faster. Or 8/10, sorry. All right, Alonso goes out for his final lap of the session. Alonso's now the one in danger. Come on, Alonso. Come on, Fernando. Does he run better? He does. Wow. Up to P6. Now P7 goes Fernando Alonso. There's Q1 officially finished. So Mick Schumacher finishes outside the top 15. He misses out by a 1/10.5 on Daniel Ricciardo. And we look down the rest of the order. We got both Aston Martins, both Williams out of the session as well.
Okay, let's do a radio check. I think it's okay. Green light.
That was hot. That was the first time I've heard a radio communication actually myself in game. That was hot. More of that, please. Come on, Alonso. Where'd you run? Where'd you run? All right, 5th on old tires. On tires that have been used for 3 straight laps. You know, we love to see that. Ocon, where are you gonna get here, sir? Top 5? Oof. You know what? I'm just saying, that just shows why we're getting rid of Esteban Ocon in this season. All right, come on, Alonso. Come on, Ocon. Get both of you in the top 10 here. Let's get this saving Alpine career mode started on the best way here. I think the track might be getting a little bit slower right now because nobody's really improving on their times. Alonso might be okay. I'm not sure about Ocon. Ocon crosses the line. He goes better, but not enough. Alonso, I don't think we're better at all. So Ocon is out in Q2. Alonso makes it to Q number 3, but Ocon is out. He qualifies P12. The others who are out as well are Magnussen, Ocon, Norris, Sonoda, and Ricciardo. So both McLaren's out, and both Haas is now out of the session as well. Magnussen missed out by just over a 10th, or just under a 10th actually. All right, Fernando, let's see how you do on this first lap here at qualifying in Q number 3. Final corner down the straightaway, and it's a 200ths off of Pierre Gasly for the top spot. Now they go way down 8/10 off because Perez just obliterated their lap. Hamilton's also going to set a lap half a second behind Perez. So all right, Alonso got obliterated, but he was very close to Pierre Gasly, and AlphaTauri is probably our main competition this season. And then, well, there's Leclerc and Sainz blowing us both out of the water by over a second. Let him get into the box, and we change to the new set of softs. Oh boy, he's not running fast for sector 1. Oh god. Okay, so right now not a whole lot happening as far as drivers changing position. I'm gonna assume this is Sainz. No, that's Leclerc going across the line. Leclerc stays with the same time. Sainz is next to cross the line, so he goes a little bit quicker, but not enough. Get us above 9th. I think we can beat both Mercedes at this point, and possibly the Alfa Romeo. Across the line, Fernando Alonso goes 8th. Dang it, that was not as as good as I thought it was going to be. That's right off of Mercedes pace, and we beat AlphaTauri and Alfa Romeo as well. I'll take that. I mean, 8th and 12th, not bad for our first qualifying run. We can only improve on that as the season goes along. But chat,
It's race day.
Here we go.
With the teams and drivers ready and raring to go.
We didn't see any unexpected prowess from Alpine during qualifying, but they did well for themselves. Everything's still open to them for the race. McLaren did well during qualifying. They maximized their potential and are in a good position for the race today. And the night sky here is very overcast, with no moon or stars in sight. This might spell trouble for the teams and their drivers.
And there's going to be a lot for the teams to handle. So will the drivers and their cars be able to cope with the pressure? Let's find out right here at the Bahrain Grand Prix.
it is time to begin our first race in this F1 20 or F1 Manager 22 career mode with saving Alpine. We got to reach Q2, which we did. We got to finish 8th in the race, and we also need to get a top 10 streak of 3 because we bet on ourselves for a sponsor goal. So it looks like 2-stop is going to be our best option here. So I would think then softs, medium softs could work. The only problem is I do technically have only another worn set of softs to use for Alonso, but like I think it'll be okay because that's not very worn. I mean, that's only a tiny bit worn. I think everything is locked in now, so at this point it is time to get rolling for the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Cloudy skies tonight, with the drivers now having taken position on the grid. Looking at Fernando Alonso here. A top 10 position today, but will they be able to capitalize on it? Further back, we've got Esteban Ocon. They're in the back half of the pack, so they'll need to work hard if they want a podium finish. And we're just moments away now. Here we go with the Bahrain Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away we go.
All right, so we are started for our very first race of this career mode. It does seem to be kind of laggy on my end, so I would have to guess it might be kind of laggy on stream too, so that's not very good. But oh, you can see Fernando right there already sending it up the middle 3 wide of both Mercedes. Oh my God, Fernando Alonso, you might have gotten the pass done. Still got to fight with Russell, and he's going to give up that spot to George Russell. But he's already got ahead of Lewis Hamilton, the world champion. Let's go. Let's watch Lando Norris on Ocon. Well, that's not what you want to see.
Looking at Lando Norris.
Oh, heck. Woo, I like that camera. That is not what you want to see there from Ocon, getting overtaken already on this first lap.
They'll be questioning just what happened out
He's
there.
balding. Oh, Ocon got him back. Ocon got him back.
Now have a watch of this. Looks like Ocon.
He did. He got him right back. Let's go. So Alonso's up to P7 after starting P8. He gained 1 spot on Lewis Hamilton, and then Ocon is still in the same position of 12th. So the ERS we're gonna leave it as the way it is for now. We're gonna keep the same ERS. He's making a move on Pierre Gasly there. Up to 11th goes Ocon, and now there's Zhou right in front of him for 10th. Come on, get Zhou. Get him.
Okay, good job, Esteban.
Come on, you got the run. Look at him getting the run. He's using the ERS. Esteban Ocon, get him. Get him. He's got him. Ocon up into the points. Both drivers in the points.
Nice work.
I feel like I gotta be like Ted Kravitz every time they pop in there. I gotta like shut up for a second. Like 2 seconds, Ted. Ocon falling back a little bit from Magnussen, but he's also got, he's training. Zhou, Gasly, Norris, Ricciardo, Tsunoda. Everybody actually is trained right now. The entire field is trained behind Ocon. That's kind of scary. Let's go look at the battle up here at the front between Leclerc and Verstappen. Both Ferraris, both Red Bulls are still pretty darn close for this. And you got Bottas actually in 5th. Not too far off of the podium currently.
DRS enabled this lap.
Look at Russell making a move there on Bottas. He's got the DRS too. I don't know if it's actually, I don't know if he's using it. I can't recall. He's not using it. Goodness gracious. Oh, we got Alonso defending on Hamilton back here, and he's not going to be able to do it. Hamilton is going to get past on Alonso.
Okay, Esteban, no lift and coast required from our side at the moment. Copy it up.
Oh, that's so good. That's so damn good, man. On board with Fernando Alonso, is trying to make the move on Hamilton. He's going to have the DRS down the front straight away. I thought he was going to make contact with Lewis there. How did he not do that? My God. There he goes with the move. Fernando Alonso again. Big Dick Alonso. He has the DRS wide open.
Good job.
Oh my God, what is happening in front of them? He just get around... He got around Bottas. He's ahead of Valtteri Bottas now, pulling away. Bottas might have some kind of issue. I can't tell if he does or not. But let's go. We're up inside the top 6, chat. Leclerc is choked as the Red Bulls are going side by side for the lead. Holy shit. We got some scrapping going on. Oh, Verstappen backed out of it. The Ferraris are here now. Ocon just got up past Magnussen into 10th or into 9th. Oh, we got somebody locking up. Oh, Stroll locked up. Let's look at it. What happened?
Now let's have a look. It's Lance Stroll.
Just
a bit too heavy on the brakes.
He's way off the track. He gone. Russell is right there, and Fernando's got the DRS on him, who doesn't have DRS. Oh, Ocon, you have destroyed your ERS. Oh boy. How does Alonso have 3 laps of fuel? 4 laps of fuel. Great pass from Alonso there, by the way, up inside that top 5. Oh, get him back, Ocon. Get him back. Send him. Oh, they're getting a little bit scrappy.
Just focus on the hats.
Whoop. And off track. Goodness. Oh. All right. I just went away at the wrong time there. That was awkward. Russell got past Alonso. Unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't have that pace.
Just get the pace. Alonso down to P6, but he's still in this mega scrap with the 2 Mercedes and the Alfa Romeo as well. We somehow have the pace to fight with Mercedes right now, and I think we're definitely better than Aston Martin. Or sorry, Alfa Romeo. Ocon might need to save some of his ERS soon, because we don't want to allow those guys behind to catch up here to Ocon, and then he has nothing for them. So I might have him save a little bit of ERS a little bit. We're gonna have him harvest just for a moment. Oh boy, it's getting scrappy up here at the front again between Alonso and Bottas. And George Russell, he's going to make the move for a moment, but didn't make it actually stick. Fernando Alonso still fighting side by side with Russell. They're kind of going all over the place. Goodness gracious. Up front, by the way, let's check in on them. It is now Verstappen ahead by 1.4 seconds over Charles Leclerc, who's defending from Sergio Perez, who's defending from Carlos Sainz. And, oh, it looks like Perez might be going for an overtake here on Leclerc for a moment. Didn't get anything to happen, though. Come on, Ocon. There. Oh. I think he's got him that time. There he goes.
Okay, good job.
All right, now we can turn down to neutral on the ERS and just keep pushing that fuel. Bottas got to pass Alonso again. There goes Fernando getting past Bottas. Woo! Are they both on neutral? Yep. All right, cool. Oh boy, they're 3 wide turn 1. Oh boy. Oh! Alonso basically had to full stop, and so did Hamilton. So that puts Alonso down a couple of places, actually. He was in 5th, now down to 7th. That was a big moment right there, though. Lucky to not have contact heading into turn number 1. And Alonso is at least still there to fight for that P5. Let's see. 2 laps left. 55% left on the tires. I mean, let's have them push. Let's have them both push their tires some.
Let's start pushing. Yep.
Oh, we have a yeller. We have a yellow flag. I don't know what it's for. It's not giving me anything. It's not telling me anything. Oh, Verstappen. Was he leading when it happened?
Now here we see
He was fighting for the lead. Oh, we locked up big time. Went straight off track. Goodness gracious, he strolled himself. He's now 4 seconds off. Oof. We got Sainz and Lewis Hamilton pitting. First couple have come to the pit lane, and that puts Alonso up to 5th as he has stayed out at least 1 more lap. Oh heck, Russell overtook us. But there they both go to the pit lane. Alonso is going to pit this time. This is the optimal lap for pitting with our current strategy. Ah, I see. Okay. All right. Well, this is the lap we will pit then to the medium tires. Here comes Ocon for his first pit stop of the day. Lived it up Gary's way. Blap. Give us a good stop here, boys. No issues. No problems on the pit on the pit lane. Easy clap. 2.8 seconds. That's a blistering time there for Esteban Ocon.
Got Ricciardo in the pits now.
All right, Fernando, let's have a good pit stop here, buddy. There's no tires on the car. Now there suddenly is. 2.9 seconds. That's also a really good lap time, or really good pit time there for Fernando Alonso. Love to see it. Love to see it. Alonso comes out of the pits. There's the 2 Mercedes and the Alfa Romeo that he's fighting. He's going to be behind 1 Mercedes, but ahead of the other. We might have only lost 1 spot there. I'm not sure if we lost any spots. And Ocon finally has a gap opened up on Magnussen, so he's by himself for a little bit. What tires everybody on here? Sainz went on to the hard tires, and so did Lewis Hamilton. Ah, okay. We got some other differing strategies throughout the field. So some guys went to hards, and some guys, most of the people went to mediums. Actually, I think it's split. Well, hopefully we pull away from Hamilton then, and we can kind of use Hamilton as a pick a little bit to pull away from the group if he holds him up, but no guarantee that we do that at this point. All right, there goes Hamilton right back past us, so never mind on that one. Hamilton is rocketing right back around the outside of Fernando Alonso. Alonso is at this point, I don't know if he's going to be able to get past those Mercedes, even with Hamilton on the hards. Give me the data view. Let's look at the tires currently. Carlos Sainz is back in the lead of the race, and we're pretty much right on pace with everybody else on tires, so we're not abusing ours any more than anybody else. That's good. Bottas is, wait a minute, now Bottas is flying. Look at him. All of a sudden he went from being the 5th car in line to he is zooming now. He was ahead of everybody for a second, but then I guess he decided to get past with the DRS. I would assume he's probably pushing a little bit here. And then Ocon, what kind of gap you got here? 4.2. It's come down. Oh wait, no, that's Gasly now. That's Gasly ahead of Magnussen. So Magnussen is choked and now he's behind Gasly. So I might need to have Ocon push here a little bit in a second if he can, which he kind of can't. Sainz and Perez still going at it up there in front, and then it's Leclerc back in third. He's pretty much fallen off from them right now, but it's still Perez and Sainz, and they're also dealing with lap traffic now. Perez is right on the gearbox of Carlos Sainz, who is on medium tires, I should add. So I think Sainz might have this race locked up, especially if he's going to the end of this race. The unfortunate thing is we have not pulled away from Lewis Hamilton, who's on the hard tire. So I think Lewis also might have us here. I think we're really fighting Russell and Bottas at this point. Why is Bottas so OP? I don't know. He's insane right now. Oh, speaking of insane, we just might have had a little bit of contact between all the three of those drivers. They got really close together. Another car has run wide. Oh no. Oh, Hamilton. I didn't realize it was Lewis Hamilton went wide. We're fighting with him.
Now, just watch the Mercedes here.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
Wide,
Didn't really do much to him, but let's go. You think that's enough to risk it, chat, to double stack on one lap? I think it is. 18 seconds. I think that's enough. We're gonna double stack them then. Let's check on these. Let's check on everybody's tires. So the guys who stayed out. Sainz is on 40%. Lewis is on 39. I don't think they're gonna be able to make it to the end. That's 20 something laps on those tires to the end of this race. I'm not sure they can make it to the end. So I think we're on the optimal strategy here. Honestly, give us a good stop again. Come on. Go, 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 go. That was 2.8 for Fernando, and now here comes Esteban. Enough time for the team to get ready for a double stack here. Here we go. Easy clap. No issues. No issues here, boys. No issues. 2.7, even faster. W pit stop time from the team. We are out ahead of George Russell. We're only 5 seconds behind. Oh, wait, never mind. That's 15 seconds behind Verstappen. So we're quite a ways behind Max. But we got ahead of George Russell. That's a W. Oh, there goes Lewis in the pits. Bro, how did he just pull that off? He just had one hell of an in lap. He pushed on the hard tires, got himself into the pits, came out ahead of both myself and Russell. And here comes Bottas back into the picture as well. Ocon has 4.6 on Daniel Ricciardo, who's on the hard tires. So he has 6 seconds on Magnussen, who's on the medium tires now. I think Ocon's got 9th place then. Oh, it's spicy up at the front again. It's spicy. You got Perez, Sainz, and Leclerc is caught. Leclerc is here. He was like 3 seconds back earlier. Now he's caught them again. It's spicy between the two Ferraris and the Red Bull. Ocon is ahead by 8 seconds now over Magnussen, so he's gaining time on K-Mag. Ocon is good then. He's good to go to the end of the race. We pretty much can just ignore Ocon at this point and focus on Fernando and managing all of his stuff, which he has more laps of fuel at this point, but I'm not going to push him just yet because he's conserving his tires still. Oh, they're actually scrapping it out. Perez looking to make the move for second. Maybe even, oh, they might go 3 wide for the lead. They did not. That would have been kind of hot if they did. Look at them scrapping it behind them. They're going at it. Perez up into second. The Red Bull is coming. The Red Bull is coming. Not going to have him push his tires just yet. I don't feel confident enough to push them to the end of the race quite yet. We'll probably do it with like 3 laps to go. Hold on, hold on. Push them tires. Attack. Ploy. Everything. Go, Fernando.
Copy.
He's got Bottas. He's got Bottas. Come on, Fernando. Get him. He's got him. There he goes. He's back up to 7th. Let's go, Pog. But Perez, by the way, has gotten the lead of the race away from Leclerc. A late race choke from Charles Leclerc. 2 laps remaining in Bahrain. The Mercedes are going side by side.
It will be difficult to recover the front.
Yeah, Alonso, you have 2 laps left. You're fine. You're fine.
Yeah, understood.
Do we need to undercut someone or overcut or something?
That was pretty cool. He just questioned the strategy. I like that. That's a cool feature. I waited way too late to start pushing on the fuel. He's saving a lot more than I thought he would. Last lap of the race for Sergio Perez. Actually, wait, it's Leclerc now. Leclerc just got into the lead. He just went past Perez on the final lap. Charles Leclerc, all of a sudden, right past Perez. But we can't really look at that. We got to worry about here with Fernando Alonso, who's trying to push against his competitors who are also struggling on those tires, aside from Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton's actually got the better tires right now. Put it on deploy.
The radios make me feel some type of way.
I know.
Lost.
I know. Put it on overtake. Come on, Fernando. Oh, he's out of VRS. Dang it. Come on, Fernando. You got this. I believe in you. Took up front again. Leclerc is right on the rear diffuser of Perez. We got to focus on our boy Alonso. Keep it on harvest for now. We're going to put it on overtake as soon as he gets to that straightaway. Oh, heck. He's gone.
Copy.
They're both, the Mercedes are gone from our boy Alonso. We'll just leave him on deploy. Hold on. He has a chance at Hamilton. Hamilton slowed up. Perez wins, but that don't matter. Come on, Alonso. Get 6th. You want to be ahead of the Mercedes. No, we can't get him. No, Alonso with the lunge. Come on, get him with the lunge. Nothing. He's got nothing for the Mercedes. But you know what? 7th place, right behind them, within the entire race. Bottas, don't you dare pass me. Bottas, don't you do it. Easy. Easy 7th place for Fernando Alonso and a 9th place for Esteban Ocon as well. I would say, Chad, I'll say that is a successful first race. Perez was only ahead by a 10th. If I could go back and look at the replay of that, that would be pog, but I can't. We were too busy focused on our race there.
All in all, Fernando Alonso had a good race here today. This wasn't bad at all from Alpine. Now the question is, how can they make it better next time?
Yes, I imagine they'll roll up their sleeves now and make sure their next performance goes even better.
And after this result, the team is 4th in the constructor standings.
The teams now look ahead to the next round, where they'll duel it out in the sand dunes of Saudi Arabia.
That was a very interesting, like, post-race thing where it didn't really focus on the winners. It focused on us specifically, but that's all right. But best of the rest, double points in the first race, 4th in the constructors, which is pretty much what we're aiming for this year. We can't really get any better than that, so I'll take it. When we look down the rest of the grid, I mean, we had both Red Bulls, both Ferraris in the points, both Mercedes, both Alpines, and then Bottas and Magnussen, the final 2 teams getting a point. And we look down towards the bottom of the order, it's the Williams, the Aston Martin taking up the rear of the grid. Mick Schumacher actually had a terrible race, and he finishes down in 17th. Ricardo and Norris also really bad. That is not good. Now we look at the constructor standings, and you got Red Bull with 3 points over Ferrari, and then Mercedes with 18 points. We're in 4th. We're in 4th by 4 points over Alfa Romeo. So easy clap. We're in 4th, which is where we want to be. Let's hope we stay there for the rest of the season. But that is race number 1 done. How the fuck did Ocon gain 700 over? Oh, I see. It's, I guess, because of the growth potential. Look at that. We gained 3.9 million. Pog. We have an important email. Post-race debrief. Okay. We also noticed the cornering performance of Fernando Alonso could be improved. All right. They gained enough experience to make them a more well-rounded driver. So do you get experience points to, like, then up? Oh, you do get development points. Didn't know that. Okay. All right. That is going to do it for this first episode of our F1 Manager 22 series, where we're saving Alpine. We got a double points finish in our first race, so very, very happy about that. We're 4th in the constructors, which is where they want us to be for the season, so let's hope we can continue that for the rest of the year. But if you guys enjoyed this video, I would appreciate it a ton if you would hit that like button. Also, leave me a comment as well. Tell me what you think we're going to do this season. What do you think of the first race? What do you think of the game in general? Do you guys enjoy it if you're playing it? Do you guys want to get it if you don't have it? Personally, I enjoyed it a lot. I'm going to have a lot of fun playing this game, and I hope that we have a very good series with this, and I look forward to the future races and future videos of this series. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, evening, morning, whenever you are watching. Thank you so much. Goodbye.